What's up, guys? Back for another Honkai Star Rail video. In this video, we're going to go over who are the best units to use in Apocalyptic Shadow. Now, I have not used every single unit in the new game mode, so for some of these, I'm going to be going off of, experience and applying that to what I know about Apocalyptic Shadow. But first things first, we're going to do a little funny. We're going to throw Jade into throwing, because if you are using Jade, then you're using like some sort of private server. And yeah, I'm just going to put it there, because I also think it would be really funny if people jump into this video, they skip to the end to see what Titus looks like, and they see Jaden throwing. They're like, why is Jaden throwing? Yada yada. We don't know her full official kit, so that's why. Anyway, let's jump into it. So, keep in mind that the first phase and the second phase have different weaknesses. If you guys want, I can do a video covering what are the best teams for it, but I'm just going to go over individual units. First things first, in must use, I think we can eliminate the easy ones real quick, and it's going to be Akron, Boot Hill, Firefly, Ruan May, if I just find her, and the Harmony MC, which I will use the female MC for, because I'm still using a tier list that doesn't have their individual forms. But as you can see, these guys are absolutely disgusting. Akron, do I really need to say anything? She just good AoE damage. The bosses summon stuff. Akron can also shed through weakness on her ult regardless, so that makes her even better in this, because the whole concept of this one is you want to break the enemy's weakness to do more damage. Boot Hill implants weakness and does a bunch of break damage. Firefly implants weakness, does a bunch of break damage. Runmate, weakness, break efficiency, speed, break effect, all that good stuff. And the Harmony MC gives super break, which is absolutely disgusting. Plus, Harmony MC absolutely cooks Argenti on the second half. Now, another character who's low-key sleeper is Silverwolf. Now, this is mostly for the first fight, but you can actually implant weaknesses on Cocolia and just straight up only attack her, right? Argenti, unfortunately, you can't really bypass that because he locks his toughness bar, but you can implant weaknesses on Cocolia, meaning Silverwolf could just implant Quantum, and you can have Mono Quantum and just attack Cocolia and kill her that way, and not even worry about her summoning Jeopard, and then her summons, right? Because Jeopard's just there by default. So, she's actually pretty good on this, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so next up, we're gonna just go ahead and grab some of the top tier supports, like Sparkle, Bronya, Robin, mostly for action advance, right? These guys are going to absolutely cook on this one, just because it lets you make your DPS act again, and it'll work for more break damage, right? So, very good characters. I'm gonna put them in must use, because I think you would get very good use out of them. I don't actually own Sparkle myself, but considering I used Bronya and she did pretty well, I'm going to just assume Sparkle will, contribute just as well. Then we are going to use good old Gallagher, if I can find him. I accidentally sorted these really weird because I was like, giving my thoughts on it, and then I moved everyone down so I could make the video. And now everyone's not in the same spot as I know are. So Gallagher, he's part of the break team. Both enemies are weak to fire, right? Even though it doesn't show it on Cocolia, she's also weak to fire and wind. They just don't say it on the thing, which is really stupid, because when she starts the fight, she has all four weaknesses anyway. She just applies them to the two ice spears she summons, which, like, at that point, it's like, okay, you have Argenti with his weaknesses. Why don't you have Cocolia with all of hers? But, I mean, hey, bro. It is what it is, I guess. Anyway, very strong character, so I'm going to put him up top. Then we're also, I'm going to put Adventurine up here as well. Adventurine, lot of toughness damage going on just because he has a follow-up. He has an attacking ult. You're always going to be basic attacking with him. He's a good sustain. So I think he could definitely be in a must-use because the enemies are weak to Quantum. Then we're going to start putting characters in good. I probably might put some characters in must-use or good as we go, but I'm just going to slowly go as I see it, because I'm not going to try to be like, alright, where's this character going to go? I'm going to put Topaz in good. I feel like she could be in must use if you have her, but considering the whole thing is weakness break, and she has she has Numby, and then she has her own attacks, could chip out a bunch of damage. So Topaz is going to be pretty good in this. Plus, I've seen a lot of people talk about how good she is in Apocalyptic Shadow, because I mean, hey, single target base, you're fighting the boss. Topaz single target, so she gets some time to shine. Then next up is going to be Black Swan. Now, Black Swan, I haven't used her against Argenti fight, but in the Cocolia fight, she does some pretty good damage with her Arcane against the Ice Summons and to Jeopard. And since they're getting kind of beefy, the Arcane helping out with some splash damage is very, very helpful. Plus, since, weakness break and all that stuff, and Cocolia is weak to wind. It does also help with her basic attacks or her skills or her ultimate to get a little toughness chip damage off. I had some good use out of her, so I'm going to put her in good. Then we have Himiko. High key, I'm going to put Himiko must use. Against the Argentify, absolutely cooks the shields. I've seen so many Super Break Himiko teams that I'm surprised I haven't tried it yet myself, right? But I've seen excellent use out of it, so I'm going to put her in must use. Then, let's see, Zayle's also must use because of Resurgence, is that what it's called? I haven't used her in like a schminute, so I'm forgetting what her buff's called. Along with her and Firefly, E2 having that, very strong because it actually doesn't take away any points from your action bar because it's like an additional attack, so that's very strong. We are going to speed it up a little. I don't want this video being too long. Let's throw a couple no-brainers in throwing. Throwing would be using characters such as Natasha. Yeah, we hate Natasha out here. Using characters such as Yanqing. March would be in like no-ish. Don Hang and no. The thing is, like, it's hard to be in throwing because you could at least contribute to lowering the toughness bar. So there's a lot of these characters I'm just going to put in no, but they can work. Funny enough, Arlen would actually be pretty decent because he does have Blast. Serval's in good. I'm just knocking out some 4 stars so I don't have to explain too much. Okay, low-key Sushang, I've seen that she's kind of cooked in that. She's got, actually, I'll put her in must use. Nah, I need to use her myself first before I can say that. Sampo's okay. Asta's good. QQ's good. Misha is high-key throwing. Is there any other, like, really questionable 4 stars? Herda's okay. Actually, Herda's probably not okay, honestly. This, we'll use him for the Fire MC, so if you skip ahead and you're wondering what the hell this MC doing here, this will be Fire MC. Fire MC is probably an okay. Just because enemies are weak to fire, so they get a bonus from that. Lynx would be in good for the Cocolia freeze. Tingyun is in good because she's just Tingyun. Same with Pela, very good units. Gwenifen's also in good fire. Hanya is in okay because you get skill points back from breaking them, so I'm not too worried about that. Actually, high key, I'll keep Sparkle must use. Bailu's in no, because actually she's in okay, because she can't deal with Cocolia's CC, but she can be fine against Argenti since he doesn't. Luoch is in okay, Jeopard's in okay, Hoho's in good, Fushuan is in must use, Jue's also in must use because she's a good 4-star break unit, and Luca is... I'm going to put Luca in good, just because he's single target, but he should, like, if you play him right, he's a must-use. I don't explain any other characters. Argenti's fine. Jinglu is... she's okay in the second one, because there is an ice weakness. Blade is... Blade's a tough one, I'll be honest with you. I'd put him in good. I don't think it's that bad. Same with Jingyun. Same with Ratio. Welt can be in good. I'll put him in good. Donhang with Sparkle, I'll put in must use. Against Argenti, could be really, really strong. Kafka is in good. And then Clara, I'm going to put in good, but I think... Nah, she's probably good because, if you get hit by Argenti's shields because they have physical weakness, she can counter. Obviously, you're going to have to keep in mind that some of these characters only work good on the respective one. If, like, please don't use Clara on the side with Cocolia because there's no one weak to physical. Obviously, if you have, like, Boot Hill on the team or, like, Silverwolf who can implant that weakness, that's going to be really good. But this is pretty much the TLDR. With it, down here in throwing, it's just going to be Natasha, Yanqing, and Misha, just because, Cocolia is not weak to ice, Argenti is weak to ice, but you want to be doing AoEs, plus Argenti is spamming those shields 24/7, so you really need an AoE character. And then Natasha, just because we want to make fun of Natasha. So this is pretty much what I'm looking at. Let me see if there's any like egregious ones that I can think of. Actually, let's move Herta to okay. I don't know what I was thinking, just because she could help with the Argenti shield problem, but she's not going to be helping with Cocolia. Servalds and good, yeah. Just anything good. Is there any must-use issues? I think this one's pretty solid. I guarantee you I'm going to have like 5 million people being like, how dare you put yada yada. I think they should be in must-use, or I don't think this character is as good. This is just based off of what I've seen, what I've used, other people vouching for it, right, that I know are good at the game, and just general like unit knowledge. Like, there's no way you're gonna tell me if you bring Donhang, right? Do note that your skill points get refreshed if you get a weakness break and you get your ultimate back. So you're telling me that if you bring Sparkle and Donhang against like Argenti, right, and you just instantly bust through the shields and get to him, that he's gonna be bad? I don't think so, man. Donhang still hits hard. Just because I don't use him and I don't like him doesn't mean I know he like isn't gonna cook, right? Same, I've seen people clear with Jue a ton, with Himiko. I've seen people use Serval Super Break. The only reason I'm not putting them in must use, actually, it's tough. Let me know what you think a must use is. I feel like if you have, it's a bit rough, I'm not gonna lie, between good and must use, because you can clear this with so many good characters. I feel like these two could be combined. This is just what I recommend. Like, if you have these units built, you're gonna have an easy time. If you have these units built, you're gonna have like a pretty okay time. I wouldn't mind putting Serval in must use, honestly, but I feel like if you have Serval and you have like Acheron, you should just use Acheron instead, right? I feel like everyone has Serval. Serval was still free, right? Can you still get Serval for free if you start? I think so. I don't know if there's an expiration date on Serval, but you've probably pulled her. Anyway, I don't know what you think of this. Do you think some characters should go in must use? I mean, like I said, I don't mind if Serval wants to go to must use, if Topaz wants to go to must use, if like Pela wants to go to must use. Luca wants to go to must use. I wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't mind it. Those are ones that you can toss up and I'd be totally okay with. Same with a couple from must use going to good, like Aventurine and Fushuan, I guess. But anyway, regardless of that, let me know in the comments what you think of Apocalyptic Shadow. Do you think it's too easy, too hard? What characters are you using? What do you disagree with? What do you agree with? And I will catch y'all in the next Honkai Star video. Thanks for watching.